Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, and I'm in the car, and I'm headed to a prison, and I'm thinking about the fact that penitentiaries are pretty much these horrible places that build entire economies around the idea of extreme exploitation. You take a bunch of people, some of whom have committed very petty crimes, who are paying their debt to society, and you treat them like they're less than human being, or less than human, and you exploit the hell out of them. You pay them slave wages and then overcharge them for every little service, everything from the food they eat to the soap that they buy to everything else, and then you charge their families, many of whom are already poor. So I'm going to this little town that appears to have built an entire economy in its town around black people driving to that town to visit their loved ones, which absolutely disgusts me. But anyway, the reason I'm actually talking to you today, and I'm going to make this real quick because I'm in the car, but the reason I'm reaching out to you today is because I just saw that President Obama use the N-word to make his point during an interview that he did. And I was curious to know what people think about that. On one hand, I can understand him trying to make his point. I think he was saying that, that you can't, that you can't define racism by people simply not using the word nigger anymore. And that makes sense. That's a good point, because racism is structural, systematic. We know that. It's far deeper than just how people treat each other or what words they use. But I do wonder about this. Now, President Obama is 50% white, 50% black. And I wonder, if he were 100% white, would it have been okay for him to say the word nigger? I mean, if George Bush had gone on a radio show and said, racism is not just about not using the word nigger anymore, I wonder how people would have reacted. I wonder if people would have said, a sitting president shouldn't use the N-word. And I'm not saying that Obama, can't get a pass for being half black, but I wonder if, we sometimes give too many passes in our quest to maybe find politicians that give us hope and that we worship. And it's funny that, in fact, now that I think about it, I'm not here to be critical of Obama. I know people out here, love him and all that stuff. I critique every politician. I wrote a long book about George Bush. I didn't write a book about Obama, but I did write a book about Bush. And, one of the things I just thought about actually is the fact that, remember when Obama ran the first time, he used two words in his campaign, hope and change. And you think about those words, focus on the word hope. I talked to a young lady, a young black woman, and she was telling me why she goes to church. She said, I don't know if I really believe everything in the Bible. I don't know how I feel about, whether or not pastors cheat people or not. But she said, I go to church because church gives me hope. And I thought about that, and I said, wow, I wonder if they tuned into this, if that's why they use the word hope in their campaign, because they know black people go to church because we know our situation can be so miserable as a community that we're just looking for anything or anybody that will give us hope. So I wonder if there are times where political leaders say, look, don't give these people substance, don't give them resources, don't give them money, certainly don't give them weapons to defend themselves, don't give them anything of political meaning, just feed them hope. Hope doesn't require us to deliver anything. We just have to tickle their minds a little bit and get them hopeful that things will be better in the future. Now, this doesn't have a lot to do with Obama using the N-word, but it was just sort of a random thought that kind of hit my mind. I thought I'd share it. I'd love to hear what you think. I don't pretend to know all the answers, but I will tell you what I think. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World. Please take care. God bless. I'm gone. When I get back, by the way, I'm going to tell you how my visit to the prison went. Just so you know, some of these prisons don't even want me to come there and visit, not because I'm a criminal, but because I actually share ideas that might empower certain inmates, and I know they don't want that sometimes. So just so you know, sometimes I think an intelligent and empowered black person is just as threatening to whites as a black person who might commit a crime, and I think that's an absolute shame. So anyway, until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. I am gone. Peace.